You have to know your audience, you have to know what people are doing, you have to watch them and what they're interested in.
When it comes to fashion stylists, few come in as high demand as Farren Fucci. What was your early entry point to fashion?
My mom. She's like one of those ladies who has her long nails and always wears heels, even when she's going to the grocery store. She was my introduction into fashion, which is why I'm so much into like women's wear, because I was raised with all women. So that's all you hear about is clothes and boys. That's probably why I'm gay and like clothes.
Makes sense. Fucci's styling, which he describes as ho-sthetics, is about female empowerment.
Ho-sthetics isn't a look, it's an attitude. Like women could be wearing sweatpants and she can be in ho-sthetics. Like it's more so, I'm in these sweatpants, but you know, my nails is done, my hair is done, I'm beat. Look at me, I'm looking good as fuck. Yeah, I look like somebody you want to fuck, so ho-sthetics. This is my kind of style, you know, this kind of stuff. Very like avant-garde, like, you know, some people, it's either you're gonna either love the look or you're gonna hate the look. That's kind of how my thing is. When I was growing up, I always had all women around me, but the men that were in my life, I felt like, besides my grandfather, that were around were like very misogynistic men. Like my mom was in a domestic violent relationship, so, and like I just remember one time she had like some pants that were really tight. And she had, my mom has a big butt. He was like, oh, you can't wear those, they're too tight. I don't want men looking at you. And it's like, that annoyed me even when I was only like 11 years old. I was like, that's annoying. Like, she should wear what she wants. So like, I get the same kind of stigmas when in the gay community, like, oh, you act like this, you need to be more classy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I could be whoever I want to be. It doesn't make me anything else other than myself. So when it came into fashion, I feel like it's liberating to women because sex is such a thing that men act like they're the only ones who can rule, and then women have egos too. Women like to smash and pass too. Women like to, not every woman who gets emotional over every man she has sex with. You don't have to worry about her having baggage from every man she's ever had sex with, because sometimes they don't care. And I feel like that's something that I just use into my brand also.
Fucci first gained traction through his mood boards featured on Polyvore, an online platform for fashion lovers. So let's talk about the Rihanna paper magazine cover for a moment. I think what makes that cover so amazing is how distinct it is visually. I read about this, but I'd love you to talk about how your relationship and proximity to Rihanna first began.
I was just a fan, but I was like one of those fans who was like, I'm gonna be her friend one day, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna be out for her business. She was on Twitter following people, and I was like, you know, you follow all these people, like, I'm not like a diehard arguing with you in my classroom type of fan, so I feel like I deserve a follow. And I'm dope. So then she followed me that day, and then she DM'd me first, and like I was on her favorite pages. Literally around the same time that I was about to DM her, I was like, wow, that's freaking crazy. I was 2 seconds away from DMing you first. What's funny is when I gave Rihanna that shirt, I told her I was in New York already, because I felt like if I didn't tell her I was in New York, she would have been like, oh, okay, never mind. I was like, she was like, yeah, I want that shirt. How can I get that? I said, I'm in New York, I can bring it to you. I was in Atlanta. And she was like, yeah, bring it to me. And then she's like, are you gonna be here this weekend? We can hang out or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring it to you. I'll give it to you tomorrow. But I literally got on a flight to go to New York.
That's incredible.
But I wasn't, you know, I was like, because if I tell her I'm not here, she's gonna be like, oh, you know, oh, I don't want to bother you for a t-shirt. Like, I'll just, you know what I'm saying? But no, I was like, no, this is my moment. I'm going to come to meet, hang out with Rihanna at the club. What? That's a flight. People pay tens of thousands of dollars for that. I'm about to get it for a t-shirt. Yeah, I'm coming.
How did you conceptualize that shoot?
Shannon came up with the idea of her being in the bodega. And I was like, okay, we can do her in the store, but she's just in the store. Like, that's what's different about that. What's so dope about her being just in the store? So now, like, maybe we should make it futuristic or like characterize like her being in the bodega. And they're like, yeah, that's dope. So we kind of just mixed the future and then the bodega together.
Do you think that the industry on the whole is good to up and coming designers or stylists or people or young people in the industry?
I think they're getting more open to it. Not maybe because social media. Not everybody wants to be Dolce & Gabbana. Some people are fine with being that exclusive designer that only certain people wear. But it's all about just still giving people the opportunity to be whoever they want to be.
How do you think the industry can better organically present inclusivity without it seeming like a trend?
By getting these younger kids in here. I feel like a lot of these designers are old and they don't have young kids working for them. It's not even, they don't have to design for you. Get a young kid to come up to help you with your campaigning and your marketing strategy to get the audience of the younger kids.
What's something that you want to accomplish?
I want to be like Karl Lagerfeld. I want to do film, I want to do fashion, I want to do music too, so I just want to do everything. So I just want to be like an enigma in the history of people.